for tuning in yet again. We have some more great stuff for you. First and foremost, we want to just say thank you.
Thank you
for all of your comments. Thank you for subscribing, liking the channel, watching the actual videos. We appreciate you.
We really do.
And we got your questions. We're going to answer those questions.
Hey, that's good.
Let's go.
All right. First question. Easy, y'all. Easy. Well, maybe not so easy, but what is your dating age range? Like, plus or minus. What would you do? I don't think I have a dating age range. I don't.
Really?
Nah, man. I think, I think it depends on how they come at me. Because you could be young, but he could have a mature soul. He could be older, but he can have like a young, like, hey, girl. So I just think it just depends. Because my husband's actually 10 years older than me. I think this is the highest age range I've ever dated. Someone who's 10 years older than me. So I don't have one.
But would you go down to someone? So you would date someone like young, early 20s?
I would date somebody early. They have to be established. I can't be out here. They still want to go clubbing. It's all about their mindset. What they have established. Because I'm not in that phase. We have to have something in common that brings us together, and it can't just be church. It has to be more. You know what I'm saying? So.
True that.
Yep, that's me.
I'm a cougar. I like them young, honey.
You wouldn't go older?
Not too
no
much.
way.
Not too much older. I like them around my age, maybe a few years older. Just, and when I say a few, I literally mean maybe 3, 4 at the most.
I think
maybe 5. But I would go down. I mean, I wouldn't date someone who was early 20s. Maybe I would. Maybe I would. It just
straight out of college. Or maybe he's still in college. What if he's a senior in college?
I mean, I could see myself buying him a backpack for his,
coming to his games.
I could go to his game. And I could see all of that happening.
Really?
I could. I mean, I like them young because I like personality. I love guys who are upbeat, and fun. Not to say older men are not,
that's what
but
I'm about to say. They got
older men are, they're set in their ways, like they're, sitting there stroking their chin hair. I need somebody who's gonna laugh and joke with me. Somebody who I can, want to get hearty laughs. I want him to be able to laugh with me. And my old school dude might be like,
"You all right? Come
I ain't gonna do that." So now I like him young.
Younger
and tender.
Tenderoni. Okay, that's good to know. That's interesting. So shoot your shot, younger. Coming right on off that Similac girl. It don't matter. She'll take it. She'll take a chance.
I'll drop him off at school.
Don't forget your backpack. I packed your lunch.
I know. Well, I ain't packing no lunches. I'll bring them Chick-fil-A on the
playground. Okay. On the playground. Look at her.
I like them. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So, what's your dream job or business?
What's yours?
I think my dream job would be where I don't have to punch a clock. No 9 to 5. But I don't mind doing that. Like if I was a PA, I could do that. But I would rather work in like an office to where I can set my own schedule, I guess. A little bit more free range. And my business, I want to own like a salon, spa type thing, real estate, like own a couple of investment properties. I mean, that'd be dope.
Oh,
that's me right there.
I love that.
Yeah.
I would want to be a event coordinator.
I can see that. Because you love decorating and stuff.
I do. I want to be an event coordinator, a party planner, or an interior decorator. Like I want to stage like
I can
homes.
really see you doing that. She helped me decorate my house when I was living in Mississippi, girl. I mean, bare as all get out. She's like, you need something in here.
Look,
throw something on in here. So I was just like, whatever. She's like, oh, this would be cute. And I'll be like, let me just look at the price.
Because I don't look at tags when I'm spending your money.
Oh, this is cute, girl. You can get it. Not for no $400 for a throw pillow. Have a seat. Literally, you'll be sitting on that throw pillow.
I mean, I'm just saying. And then, last thing, I really would love to be a motivational speaker. I like to motivate people. I like to see the good in people. So
that is good.
I can see myself doing that.
I can see you doing that too.
Then I have to clock into clock in.
Just like, hey, meet me over here at Chick-fil-A.
Give me a mic. Give me a stage.
And that's it.
I'm motivated.
Motivation. Okay. Let's see. Another question says, how do you overcome fear?
Just jump into it.
Just do it.
Just do it. That's the best way to
no
overcome
reservations.
fear. Because you know what, if you most of the time, like stuff that we think is really difficult, if you just jump in, you'll find that it's actually really not that difficult.
That's true.
You just need, jump into it or link up with a really good friend who will motivate you and push you and support you, or whomever that may be, life coach, whoever you nominate.
Yeah.
And find somebody who will really push you and who will support you, and just jump in head first, dive in.
I can see that. Yeah,
that's the
most
best
of the
way
time.
to do it.
Yeah, because fear most of the time when you're afraid of doing something is because you don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Because a lot of fear is because of the unknown.
Yeah,
that's true. I can see that jumping into it. I think I'll take a beat. Or
take a beat.
Yeah, take a beat. Like step back, compose myself. Like. You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I ain't gonna jump from no heights. I ain't doing that. I ain't ever gonna do that. I done learned my lesson, girl. I don't do roller coasters anymore. I used to when I was younger, but now I'm older, man. I don't like heights. So.
Oh well, yeah, that's a little bit different when you talk about.
I ain't gonna hold
like
no snakes. Like I'm afraid of snakes. That's a fear. That's scary.
Look, that's some foolishness.
But I'm saying,
you have to hold a snake.
I know, but to
you
overcome your
fear, to, jump into your career.
No, I do agree with that.
Become a millionaire.
What about if you were moving? Would you change locations? Brand new location. You don't have a job yet. I mean, you did your research and see that you do have career opportunities, but you haven't been presented one yet. And you have like a little nest egg. Would you do that? Like brand new city, you don't know nobody. You just go. Would you do that?
I've done that.
You have?
Yeah. So after I graduated from college, my sister, me, my niece, and my nephew.
Wow. Yeah. Just
packed up. My sister, she sold her house. We packed up and we moved to the ATL. Did nobody have no job?
Yeah, I was just out there.
Did nobody have no job? Did nobody have no job? But so God is so merciful. We just packed up a U-Haul and honey, we put some wheels to our heels and rode on out. And
how was it? Was it nerve-wracking? Were you afraid?
I'm gonna be honest. I think I was riding on my sister's coattails.
Oh, so it was like
it wasn't too bad. But no, I think it was something we had. I don't even know how did we get here. Like I don't even remember like the backstory. I think we literally just decided and packed up and left. I don't even remember, but I don't want to say it was a knee-jerk decision, but I don't think it was a well thought out situation. But it turned out, and my niece actually is still in Atlanta.
That's dope.
What, 11 years later? Something like that.
No, I don't think I've done anything crazy except probably join the military when I was 18.
That's
I was
a big
definitely
deal.
Well, that's all that's it. Everything else,
that's big.
That
takes
scary.
some guts.
Yeah, because that was a complete 360 or 180 from what I wanted to do. I was going to go to college. I was 100% sure I was going to college. Like, you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to be no lawyer. And then I found out that college was super expensive. And I didn't have any type of guidance as to how to like do financial aid and all that stuff. And it was coming up quick to me about to graduate. And then one of my cousins, he just came from basic training. He was like, man, you need to go to the military, man. And you don't have to worry about college or nothing. You just do 4 years and then you get out. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
That's what happened.
It's a good look.
It was, man. It was pretty awesome, bro.
Yeah, man. You just got to jump in. A lot of times things are so easy if you just push the gas on it and figure out just pray about it, fast on it, and see where you land.
And that's the perfect segue to our next question.
Oh.
Why are you a Christian man? It's a question. This is dope.
It's That's a beautiful question.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing. Why am I a Christian? I am a Christian. Well, initially, I think it started off because I was grandfathered into the Christian, the Christian
because
faith.
your mom and them.
Because of my mom and them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you get older, you have the autonomy to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So I can worship and praise and pray to the trees and the stars if I choose to. But the reason I maintain the relationship that I have with Christ is because I've had an experience with Him, and it works for me. So I hadn't had a reason to waver from what I've always known, and I hadn't read any books. I didn't do any research.
Yeah,
it's not based off of what people say or what anyone has told me. Honestly, I hate to say this, not even really based off my love for God is not even rooted in the Bible, if that makes any sense. Like, yes, that's our roadmap and it teaches us what to do and how to live. But my faith and my love and my dedication and devotion to, you know, my walk with faith with Christ is because of Him directly. Just the relationship that I've had with Him, developed with Him through prayer and, you know, different personal things in my life. So that's why for me.
I actually have to agree with all of that, actually. For the longest, you know, I was just going basically through the motions. You know, I knew of God. I didn't have a direct relationship with Him. It wasn't until I joined the military, went to a different church, and that I was I guess I was really exposed to a lifestyle of actually getting to know Him, which led me to my own relationship with Him is why it, you know, keeps me going. So yeah, I was grandfathered in. I had always been in church from wherever, you know, on the usher board, and I remember crying when I was baptized at 6 because I didn't understand why He was trying to drown me. But I was rebaptized later because I didn't understand the significance of it when I was 6. So, but I remember crying on the pew, like just because they used to keep you at the front of the church in white with your hair wrapped the whole service. I'm like, they gonna try to drown me later. Like, I just didn't understand that, but now I understand the significance of it, so I get it. But you know, I kind of fell away, I guess, a little bit because, like you said, you know, you have your choices to do whatever you want to do, and I was so ingrained in church at first. That's all I knew. I was like, man, I just need a break, bruh. But again, I didn't have a relationship with Him. But now, once I got older and I really had a relationship with Him, man, I do not feel okay if I don't go to church. Like, I don't feel okay if I haven't, you know, worshiped or prayed, or like I feel convicted and stuff. So that's what keeps me in, you know, the Christian relationship is because, like you said, our relationship with God, man.
Absolutely.
Like,
and the reason you don't feel okay when you don't do those things is because you have a relationship with Him. And anytime you love someone and you care about someone or something, you want to spend time with it. You want to, you know, you dedicate your time, you invest in it. And that's the same with any relationship.
I agree.
That's how it works for me.
That's true, man. And you know what's funny that you said that? Investment, because something that's been in my spirit actually all week. You know, you reap a return on something that you've invested in. So if you don't have a relationship with God, you know what I'm saying, that's probably because you haven't really been investing enough time to get to know Him for Him to, and He's merciful. He could definitely reveal Himself to you even if you haven't, because, you know, most times we don't have a relationship with Him, but we come to Him pouring our heart out, really seeking one. So that's why He, you know, reveals Himself to you, and He will continue to do that. But once you know Him, you need to foster that relationship. So,
because He's so sweet and kind. He's so sweet and kind.
Oh my God!
You better go and go to the next question before I shout. Hallelujah! Oh, girl.
Okay, speaking of relationships, you know, we're gonna jump from our spiritual relationship to our, you know,
natural relationship.
Yeah. Have you ever lost yourself in a relationship, and if so, how'd you get yourself back?
Have you ever lost yourself, girlfriend?
Have I ever lost myself? I mean, I do, you know, love hard. I wouldn't say I completely lost myself. I would say that I typically, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess conform to the person that I'm with. So I wouldn't say I 100% lost myself, but I just became another version of myself, I guess you could say.
In a good or a bad way?
Good way. Depends on the person, actually. Because, you know, my relationship now with my husband is completely different from the relationships that I've had previously because I'm saved and, you know, we both go to church and we have a relationship with God. Now, other relationships that I've had, not all of them, but typically most of them were not when I was saved. So, you know, I wasn't, you know, Roy makes sure that we stay in our, you know, make sure that we have a relationship with God. We pray together, we fast, you know, we do all that. So he pushes you towards God. In my other relationships, not that it was a bad thing, I wasn't in that space anyways, but I wasn't really worried about pleasing God or anything. I was just worried about self gratification. How can I please that man per se? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say I lost myself, but I would conform to, I guess, people please, I guess. And that was the person that I was with. But once I learned that, because I had to, you know, find myself per se. Once I learned that, now I see that I don't need to really conform, but just kind of
compromise.
Yeah, compromise, but not compromise.
Be flexible.
That's the word. Be more flexible with what the person needs from you. And I'm trying to stay married, so you definitely gotta be flexible.
Amen. Amen. I don't think I've ever lost myself.
No, I couldn't see you doing it. You're too strong-willed.
I don't. Honey, no. No, I don't think I have. No, I really don't. And you know what? That could be a good or a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes when you are too strong-willed, you, like you said, you're inflexible and you don't compromise well.
Yeah.
And it can create problems. But I can't say. I think I've done the same thing. I conform to appease that person, even in some cases, but not to the point where I'm just like, who am I now?
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said you're too strong. Well, you're not gonna allow somebody to completely change who you are. You'll be like,
no. Mama, the way you met me is the way you're gonna have to love me, boo. Go on about your way.
I love it. I mean, you do. Everybody needs that. All women need that in relationships, to where, you know, you can really feel yourself not being who you are. You know, you don't laugh as much. You don't value things that you used to value. Not all things, you know, but some things. That's the core of you. If you feel like you have to change the core of who you are, then that's probably not the person for you.
Probably not.
Just saying, that's what I think. That's actually all the questions that we have, though.
Well, amen.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's all we got.
Did you enjoy it?
I hope you enjoyed it.
Will you come back?
I hope you come back.
We're gonna be here if you don't. Y'all, come on, leave some comments.
Yes.
In the comment section. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because it's right there. Go ahead and like the video. I mean, why not? I mean, come on.
And go watch our previous videos too if you haven't.
Please, because they're out there.
They are out
We out here trying to learn y'all something in
are.
this world.
That's good.
Hallelujah.
We're
I hope
trying to
they know
teach
that I really know that you don't say you learned someone something. Anyway, y'all be blessed.
Definitely be blessed.
Check us out. Facebook. I always forget. Honey Dips Tips.
Yeah, we have to change the name. They don't like us to do
Honey,
and.
no.
Can't have two things in one Facebook. That's crazy.
So Honey Dips and Tips. No,
Honey Dips apostrophe S
Tips.
Mm-hmm.
But leave your questions there as well, and
yes.
we'll see you all next time.
Yes, we will.
Hey girl, hey!